All right, up next we have an interview for Elpis. Right? Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Um, we know Zelda: The One of Gamelon coming soon, and yeah, I'm sure you're all stoked for that. But I'm here with TheElpis, and we're gonna do a very brief interview because long time runner here at BSG, and you've got quite a few runs ahead of you. But before I get more into that, first and foremost, you've already seen me before in the last run, but my name's Cruel, and as head organizer, I was asked to do this interview. So, welcome, Elpis.
Thank you, Cruel.
Now, before I go into the run that we're going to talk about here in particular, which is a run for tomorrow, I just wanted to ask you real quick because you run a lot of games, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I've been speedrunning since I was about 12 years old. I started out with Super Metroid, the 100% category, and I eventually developed into other categories. I'm primarily a Mega Man speedrunner.
I've seen you run a lot, and I've seen you like every time I see you run, it's like super technical platforming, super precise stuff. It's insane to watch.
Thanks.
But you've been at BSG's for quite some time. I think you've attended since BSG 6 or so, maybe
I
even
think
earlier.
yeah, I think 6 was my first time. I did only Cybernator back then, I think.
Yeah. So you've been a long time with BSG. Anything that stand out that because you've seen us both in the early days and now here at Annual 2018. Anything that you've noticed that is different or has changed since
mean-
since the first time you were here?
You mean aside from the venue size? Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I'd say it started out like when I came here, it was still like raggedy construction, like everything was still getting started, and right now it seems more finalized. There's more. You have these fancy lights and it looks more professional. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So what we're here for is mainly your run for tomorrow. So
right.
before anything else, what is your big run tomorrow?
Okay, so my big run, and this is the one of my longest speed runs that I've ever done, is the Super Metroid X Zelda Link to the Past crossover randomizer. So it's basically Zelda and Super Metroid with randomized items together.
Yeah. Now, before we get into a little bit more on the crossover, what
Yeah.
got you into randomizer stuff? Because that is quite the interesting thing to do.
Okay. I think I started out with trying to I went to my best friend's place and we started running around the idea of speed running A Link to the Past because it's a fairly easy game. It has some fun music, has some fun gameplay. It's very easy to pick up.
Absolutely.
And after a few times, he got kind of bored with that everything is in the fixed place. So I was like, have you heard about the randomizer? I had just seen it somewhere online or had seen somebody play it. And I thought, this is a new experience every time you're playing it, kinda. Like you have to come up with different kind of solutions and different routing, especially the routing. He really took off with that. Like he's very good at routing. I'm just going on the fly. And from there, like he said, let's join the randomizer, Link to the Past randomizer tournament, and we did that. And that's basically and via some of the high tier speedrunners like Andy, he was playing the Super Metroid Zelda crossover randomizer. So that's how I got to this game.
Interesting. So this crossover thing, what exactly does that mean?
Okay, so you start in Super Metroid, and there are 4 doors that connect to 4 doors in the Zelda game, and vice versa. And the items that, like I said this before, the items from Zelda can be in Super Metroid, and the items from Super Metroid can be in Zelda. Like they.
So all of the items are just mixed between both of the games.
And they're done so in a fashion that the seed is almost always completable with very few exceptions because it's
Yeah, I mean they've definitely made that logic in such a way that you can always complete it.
yeah.
So I heard you talking earlier this week about a very new logic.
Yes.
So tell us what changed with this logic. What's new?
So the newest logic is a V10 logic. I don't know all the status points out of my. From my head.
I can imagine.
But there were just some. There was more checks. So what you actually need to obtain an item in a game it's actually more verified, so there are more options, and the routing includes the warps. So warping from Zelda to Super Metroid, that's actually in logic now. So the logic is far more expanded. And there was something else. What was it? It was super important, of course. And it's gone.
It's fine. We'll get back to that tomorrow. I mean, we've got more time
Yeah.
tomorrow, right? So, I mean, one thing in particular. I mean, I know a good few people in the chat probably have seen randomizers before with how big it is on speed gaming and whatnot. What item, of all the items that you can get, which one would you like to see first?
Well, that's a pretty hard question because I like a lot of items. Like the morph ball, because it just gives you access to so many places, is definitely one of the high tier. The other would be the gravity suit, screw attack, or speed booster. Those are, and for Zelda, this would be the Pegasus boots or the hook shot, because I love those items.
Yeah, I can imagine. Those are some very good speed items for sure. So yeah, before we close off, I mean, we have quite a bit ahead of us. Any runs in particular that you're looking forward to see?
Well, I'm definitely going to look forward to the CDI Zelda. I still hope they kind of make the cutscene percent. Because
it's been met.
Oh, it's been met. Yes.
It's been met. Yes. We're going to see that in a moment.
Cutscenes, people, cutscenes. So, yeah, that's gonna be really exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. And I kind of forgot the rest of the schedule, so I'm kind of embarrassed.
but it happens. So much going on that you just see what's on. And it's probably something cool, and there's a lot of good stuff to see. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, tomorrow evening, that'll be your run around this time, I think.
Yeah, 6 p.m. I think is
the
schedule.
6 p.m., 7 p.m., something like that. We're going to get a Link to the Past crossover Super Metroid randomized by TheElpis. Thank you for joining me here.
No problem.
And let's move over to some CDI Zelda.
And as we're setting up for the CDI Zelda game, we got a €20 donation from WarTab with no comment. But thanks for your generosity. I would just like to quickly talk about some of our upcoming incentives. So we still have a ways to go for the 100% incentive for Kirby and Amazing Mirror Co-op. I'm pretty excited for that run in particular. So I see to love the category change happen. We're about €70 off. So if you want to see Kirby and the Amazing Mirror 100% co-op, be sure to donate for that. We also have Pokemon Moon any percent coming up later tonight. And you can still donate for a Poplio name or a trainer name. Currently, we've got... That's an interesting name. Riffle versus Olivia in the lead for the trainer name by about €10.